Thanks for joining. Welcome to another episode of Laurie Maves Art Live Painting. Today, we are going to add a layer of pink to my pink painting. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the chat. Oh, is it Nefer or Nefer? Thank you for joining. I've been working on this painting here live on Substack for, I think, a week now. And it's been pink, it's been green, pink and green, pink and green, pink and green. So today, I'm going for pinks. I'm going for pinks. So, and it's intuitive light painting. So that means, my plan is just about, my plan is simply to add paint. So other than that, that's usually my process. I pick colors or the colors pick me. However, who knows, however that's determined. I guess I'm picking the colors, but, when I do it, sometimes I'm commissioned to do intuitive light paintings and people just give me a palette, so a series of colors, and they just say, "Go." Sometimes I just make paintings because I'm moved to or I'm inspired to, and, sometimes I'm making them for entertainment purposes. This painting does not have a designated, um, home yet, so this is not a commission for anybody. I just had a canvas that I wanted to rework in my home, but it is available for acquisition. Having said that, anyone who is watching this on the live feed could potentially um, add some comments or questions or say, "Hey, Lori, could you add, like, if you'd like to commission it while it's rolling out." That has never happened before, but boy, that might be a very interesting situation. I have been painting live for almost 20 years, at least 20 years. I used to do it a lot I used to live in Denver, Colorado, and I would paint live at at concerts. I would paint live in front of bands. In fact, that's how I met my husband. He was at a he was volunteering at a Leukemia and Lymphoma Society event, and I was live painting, volunteering my time, and the painting was donated, and the proceeds of that went to a very well-known musician in Denver, um, Daniels. What was his first name? Daniels. It'll come to me. That's what happens to your brain when you're north of 50. Um, oh, 1 second, 'cause that's gonna bother me. Daniels. Chris Daniels. Chris Daniels and the King. So I used to paint a lot live. Not intuitive necessarily. I would paint the musicians in a very stylized way, and that was very fun. I got to paint one time live at Red Rocks. I'm just checking my comments. It's Nefer as in never. Happy to have caught you live. Never. Thank you. Thanks for explaining. I think names are so important, and when you screw them up, it's like names are important to people, I think, and so it's important to me to get them right. So thank you for taking the time to say that. But painting live intuitively and explaining my process to the viewers is a new undertaking for me. So sometimes I'll stop talking because I get caught up in my progress. Thank you, you're welcome. I get caught up in my progress, my process. Let me start over. When I'm doing these live feeds, for Substack, and these eventually end up over on YouTube. The clips do. Sometimes the clips end up over on my Instagram page at Laurie Maves ART, over on YouTube at Laurie Maves ART. But it's an interesting process painting intuitively because it's usually something I just do with music and I don't have an audience and I'm just painting in my studio for however I'm moved to do so. But I think it's been a fascinating little journey here on Substack. I think I've done this a handful of times. Um, so what happens is I just put a number of paints out on my palette, paints that are called to me in my mind, like, and I wanted this to go in the direction of pink today. So I'm only going to do this for probably about a half hour. So I'm using pinks, reds, some metallic golds, metallic bronzes, and some medium retardants, which slow down the drying process, which allows me to mix longer. Hi, Brenda. Thanks for joining. Um, so what I'm doing right now is just considering where I should start. And I think I want to use a larger brush. Where are my larger brushes? Here's one. And so the medium I'm using is acrylic. My favorite painting is oil painting. My favorite way to paint is with oil paint. But um, I am using acrylics today. Eh, it's what happens. Okay, so where to start? Boy, this is always the mystery. Always the mystery in my mind. I'm just going to jump right in and not be afraid. Just jump right in and not be afraid. And always, as I say about painting, is that what's so great about it is if you don't like it where it's going, you can always, always, always paint over it. It's just like our lives, right? Like, if you don't like the direction your life's going in, if you're mindful enough and you have the resources, or if you just have the guts to do it, you can always change your life. You can always change your situation. Even if you're in prison, I've decided, well, that's being pretty bright, brazen statement, Lori, because thank God, I've never been in prison. But I think even if you're in prison, maybe you could change your attitude about it. Maybe you can. So maybe that's a dumb thing to say. I don't want to be insensitive to people who have been in that situation. But let's say for all practical other purposes, if you're in a shitty situation in your life and you don't like where it's at, then how do you change it? You make a plan and you go. Make a plan and you go. I did that once in my life and it was the best thing I ever did. And it was scary as hell. I put on my big girl panties and I made a huge life change a number of years ago. And unfortunately, I hurt a lot of people in the process. And I admit that. I hurt a lot of people in the process. And I felt like I couldn't change my life because it was something that was selfish. And a lot of times we live our lives for other people. If you're a parent, if you're a spouse, if you have children, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. I understand that. But at the end of the day, your life is yours and yours alone to live. And as far as I know, in this body, you only get one. And even if you believe a Buddhist, you take a Buddhist standpoint, if you all come back, we're all one, you all can do this thing again. Okay, you come back, you live another life. But in this life, in this body, you got this shot, this one shot. So better make the most of it. Ooh, I love the way this is rolling out. And I thank you for watching the process. Getting super excited about this now. Mm. I get a little scared because I don't overwork it. I get a little scared. And then I just start like thinking about Bob Ross. I think about Bob Ross. And what would have he done? Well, he would have had a plan in the background. I guess I just got to have faith that this is going to turn out to be something spectacular, right? And who cares if it doesn't turn out spectacular? We'll just paint over it and we'll start again. Let's start again. Yummy. Grab the big brush. Okay. See, that's how intuitive painting works in my mind. I hear something, or who knows where that comes from. And white. It wants white, but I think it wants whiter white than that white. This is a metallic white. Let's see if this. No, that's kind of. I don't think that's right. A little too gray. I want a white, titanium white. I want a titanium white. Checking out the comments. Assemblywoman Deborah Mozzarelli, thank you. You sound Italian. I love everything Italian. Brenda, love the colors. Thank you. Thank you. Hi. So let's go. Let's go. Let's be big and bold. Nice way to approach our lives. Don't be afraid. Just go for it. The cat Marcello is like, what is all the noise about? Okay, good. It's enough white. See where this takes us here. Some acrylic retardant so I can work with it a little bit longer. Here. And that's water in my spray bottle. I keep preserving this corner here because I just love that yellow green. I don't want to annihilate that. Oh, this is a colors are super strong. Mm, okay, so I just heard smaller brush, smaller brush. Okay, smaller brush. Yeah. Uh-huh. And these live painting sessions, I'm trying to keep them under an hour because I think, you guys only have so long of attention span. And then if I work more than an hour, I tend to overwork it. So I should be mindful of that. If any of you who are watching today, if you're painters as well, please leave me a comment. Tell me if you'd like to connect. If you have questions about abstract painting, and you want more information, you can always leave me a message on Substack or wherever these videos appear. I love helping people figure out this process. It's true joy once you kind of just surrender to an intuitive painting process. Kind of just, it's something that's practiced, but with practice, it comes along and you get more confidence each time you go for it. And you just really can't be a perfectionist either because, or you can't, no, let me change that. You can be a perfectionist all you want in paint, but to be a control freak and live paint is, not live paint. To be a control, God, I can't talk. Let me start over. To be a control freak and try to be an intuitive painter, those things don't go well together because I think intuitive painting is really something you just have to give up the trust the process. I know that sounds kind of cliched, but I don't know anyone who's a super controlling person who can do an intuitive painting because you're constantly editing, then you're constantly judging, and you can't do that. You just gotta you just have to paint. Move your brush, keep your brush moving, stop every once in a while, stand back, see where you're at. And just really listen to what the painting wants. Listen to what the painting is. Ooh, boy, this is so full of energy. I'm in love with this painting. But not so much that I won't let it go, because someone out there might love it as much. I think it would be a great painting in a bedroom, or boy, it'd be a great showstopper in your front entry hall. Boy, that would be a great piece. Mm. This part, I don't quite know what's going on here. I'm going to paint for about 10 more minutes, guys, for anybody that's still with me there. Try not to wear out my welcome. Well, that's a great little mistake right there. Hmm. Somehow these parts are not connecting really well. Maybe that'll do it. I was tuning into another channel here. They were doing a live feed. Can't remember what her name was, but she was Italian. She was Italian and she was baking like Italian Christmas cookies, and I had to turn it off because my husband and I are in the near end of a 5-day fast. So I don't know if any of you watching have ever done a 5-day fast. That could be why I'm having a little difficulty talking, although I'm in the fourth day, fourth of 5 days. And in theory, my brain's supposed to be super spot on because all the garbage has left my body. Only had water. We've only had water, tea, one small cup of coffee in the morning. And last night we had a little bone broth. It was homemade. I like this part. But we're doing it for autophagy, for a cellular cleanse. And I have not been hungry today. It's amazing once you get past those first 3 days, how your the caveman part of our body tends to take over and can do a bunch of cellular repair and protection. And I usually have neck pain from ACDF, spinal fusion surgery I had last year. And the last couple days, I haven't had that pain, which is incredible. So if you're a candidate for a 5-day fast, I would highly recommend it if you're a candidate. Some people are not. Some people have medication issues. Some people have diabetic issues. Actually, if you're pre-diabetic, it could be something that could really probably reset your system, reset your gut, and maybe do you a world of good. But again, I'm not a physician, so you can't take what I'm saying as advice for entertainment purposes only. Ooh, wow. There is a lot going on, but that's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. What I'm thinking this painting needs in general is like a, a big, I think what needs to happen is this part needs to dry, which is fine. I can near the end of my live stream here soon. Unless you guys have any questions, I can stay on and answer them. Um, but this is one of those times where if all of this that I've just done dries, then I can work with it without, I can, what am I looking to say? I can connect areas like with a glaze. Everything has to be dry at that point. I can connect everything with a glaze. And that can help tie some parts together. Let me go back to a big brush and we'll soften some areas. Because it feels a little like I've got a couple of different paintings going on right now. To me, anyway. I don't know if you, as the viewer, you might not experience that. This part got a little too wet, so I'm struggling right here. Not wanting us to take out all those greens, but I could put the greens back in, which I might do. Again, after this is dried. I could, don't spray the canvas, you could spray your brush. I just figured that one out. Yeah, okay, this part still feels a little disjointed. I love that dark spot. So I don't want to overwhelm that. There are some parts that have been overwhelmed by the wall. I was spraying it and it got overwhelmed. Well, it certainly is electric. And I really wish this was oil paint at this point because there's a lot more blending I'd like to have happen, and it's really hard. It's so hard to do with acrylics. It's just, you don't have the blending control that you do with oil paint. You know, I just find it frustrating. And you have to have the patience for that to dry. Yeah, 6 of one, half step in the other. Okay, okay, okay. Don't take off all the green, Laurie, because you'll regret that. Mm. There's something with the movement of this area. Non mi piace, non mi piace. I don't like. I don't sort of manual brush. Mm. Oh, I've been sitting for a half hour already. Time flies when you're having fun. Just the numbers there. Monday. Because that's my fun day. You guys remember that song from the Bangles? Was that 80 what? 1980. Oh, wow. That white, I want to go to the edge. Hmm. I want it to come down some more. It says, bring me down here. I think it's so important to have resting place for your eyes to rest. If it's so busy, you don't want the painting to make you seasick when you look at it. So these white areas give our eyes a little respite. This white is going to need some help, but I think that's going to have to dry. I'll come over that again with white tomorrow. Okay. This part's still a little too busy. I think a glaze will help that. Mm, that's probably good. Hey, babe. It's my cat. Hmm. Well, let's go right up here. Mhm, mhm. So I feel like now, oh, wait over here, and I'm shutting it down because Lori, you're gonna overwork it, and then you're gonna be upset with yourself. Okay. What do you think, Marcello? We should probably stop. Oh, it's always the mystery when to stop. When when to go, when to stop. Like, oh, when to stop. Yeah. Okay. It's not finished, I don't think. It's not telling me that it's finished. Uh, you just wanted to dance a little bit before I hung everything up. Just dancing a little bit here. One brush. Okay, stop. Okay, if you guys have any questions, oh, Blue Moon Cocoon, thank you. I've never seen Blue Moon. Blue Moon Cocoon. Blue Moon Cocoon is new for me. Loved watching the rather therapeutic. We'll keep an eye out for more. Brandy, thank you very much. That's my whole aim and goal is to provide something that is educational but pleasant to watch because we're so inundated by so much rough stuff. So I aim to be calmer. Thank you for that. I'm just checking the questions. Thank you. Never. Thank you. Thank you. I know it feels floral too, doesn't it? Where did my other comments go? Roger, Alexi, thank you. Robert. Oh my gosh, Clay, thank you guys all. Christina. Oh, just go for it. Oh, thank you. Okay. You guys have been a great audience today. Thank you so much. If you subscribe to Laurie Maves Art, you'll be able to I have the sketchbook diaries of an evolving art therapist. So I do sketchbook entries. Um, I do creative journeys interview series. So if you have a creative journey story you'd like to share, you can send me a message about that. And I do a live Substack video with people. It's a great way to meet other people, and it's a great way for people to share how creativity helps them in their lives. I'm doing a women's retreat to Sardinia, Italy in May 2026. I'm doing entries in my blog once or every week, every other week about what our travel plans are for that retreat. It's a 10-day retreat. I'm co-hosting that with Daniela Maloney, who lives in Sardinia and runs a eco-friendly green guest house. That's where we'll be staying. Um, that's it for now. I can take you up close. I think that's kind of a nice way to end it. So here it is so far. I do love pink paintings, so it'll probably be on the pink end more than the green end. The green just provides a nice complementary background. Does have a little bit of a floral piece, floral suggestion. There are parts of it that I love, and there are parts that I'm not so excited about right now. Sometimes I love this, that. I love this. But it is frustrating working with acrylic because it does dry so quickly. Brenda, thanks so much. I love the colors. I love that you love the colors. And thank you guys so much for watching. It's always a joy to paint for you all, and always know that your presence ends up in the painting somehow. Just because you're watching, I know you're there. I bring you in with me to the painting, but I think it's coming along great. I'm happy with it. I haven't looked at it upside down yet, which I should. That's always a great way to kind of look at your abstract paintings and see them from another light. Also, to see them, this could also be rotated horizontally and see which kind of orientation feels the best. So that's it for now. Guys, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel because then you'll never miss when I'm doing a live feed. And paid subscribers get original free art. I'm thinking about also adding um, for paid subscribers, they could get a coaching. Um, they could get one coaching session per month with me about intuitive life painting, or about sketchbooking, or whatever it is that you feel you would like to work on in the realm of creativity regarding painting or sketchbooking or collaging, stuff like that. So, thank you guys. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you're all happy and healthy today. And I look forward to the next time I get to see you here. Okay, cha cha.